Hello again, everyone, my wonderful friends. It's so good to be back with you on English for You. Today, I want to talk about something really important for learning a new language, especially English. It's about how you practice. Think about it for a minute. Do you only brush your teeth once a year for a really, really long time, like 5 hours? No, of course not. That would be very strange, and it wouldn't help your teeth stay clean. Instead, you brush your teeth every single day, right? You do it in the morning and at night. Maybe you only do it for 2 minutes each time, but you do it over and over and over again. And because you do it every day, your teeth stay clean and healthy. Learning English is exactly the same as brushing your teeth. You don't need to study for a very, very long time in just one day. In fact, it's much better to study a little bit every single day. This is what we call consistent practice. Consistent means doing something again and again, all the time. It means you do it regularly, not just when you feel happy or when you have a lot of free time. You do it often. You do it every day, like a habit. That is consistency. So, in this episode, I'm going to explain why this daily practice, this consistent practice, is so powerful. It can completely change the way you speak, understand, and use English. Are you ready? Let's start. Why is consistent practice so important? There are many reasons why practicing a little bit every day is better than practicing a lot just once in a while. Let's look at 3 of the most important reasons. Reason number 1. Your brain loves repetition. Your brain is an amazing thing, but it learns best by seeing or hearing something many, many times. When you hear a new sentence or a new word just one time, your brain might not remember it very well. But if you hear that same sentence or word many times over several days, your brain says, "Oh, this must be important," and it starts to remember it. This is how you learn things deeply. It's like walking on a new path in the woods. The first time you walk it, it's hard to see the way. But every time you walk it again, the path becomes clearer and easier to follow. Your brain works the same way with new information. Reason number 2. Practice makes English automatic. When you first start speaking English, it can feel very slow and difficult. You stop a lot. You have to think about every single word. You translate words from your first language into English inside your head. This is normal. But if you practice every day, something amazing happens. Your mouth and your brain learn to work together. Your mouth learns how to make the sounds. Your brain starts to connect words without you even thinking about it. You don't have to translate every single word anymore. You speak faster, and you feel more fluent. It feels more natural, like you can just say what you want to say without all the stopping and thinking. This feeling of freedom is one of the best parts of learning English. Reason number 3. You will feel more confident. Confidence means you believe in yourself. It means you're not afraid to try something, even if you might make a mistake. When you practice English every day, your confidence gets bigger and bigger, little by little. You start to see that you can do it. Every small step you take makes you feel stronger. You realize that making a mistake is not a big problem. You just try again. This daily practice helps you build a strong belief in your own ability to learn and improve. You'll start to think, "I can do this. I am getting better every day." And that feeling is a very powerful thing. So let's remember this important idea. A little bit of practice every day is much better than a lot of practice just once a month. This is the real power of consistent practice. It's how you begin to truly change your English. You don't need to change everything in one day. You change it in small steps, every single day. Now, as I've said before, even just 10 or 15 minutes a day can help you grow a lot. But you might be thinking, okay, Chris, that sounds good, but what exactly should I do in those 15 minutes? That's a great question. I'm going to give you 5 simple ideas. You can choose just one of these to do each day, or you can do more if you have the time and energy. 5 simple things you can do every day. 1. Listen to English. This is a really important first step. You can listen to a short podcast, an audio story, or a short conversation. Find something that is made for English learners. It could be a simple story, a talk about an interesting topic, or a conversation between 2 people. The most important thing is to just listen. You don't need to understand every single word. Just try to listen for the general idea and catch some of the words you already know. You can listen while you are walking, or while you are cleaning your house, or while you are making a cup of tea. It's an easy way to get English into your head every day. 2. Shadow a short sentence. Shadowing is a fantastic way to improve your speaking. It means you listen to one short sentence, and then you say it at the same time as the speaker. You are like an echo or a shadow. You copy the speaker's words, and you also copy their pronunciation and their rhythm. This helps you learn how native speakers talk. Don't worry if you don't do it perfectly at first. The goal is to try. Start with short sentences. For example, if you hear the speaker say, "I'm going to the shop," you should say, "I'm going to the shop," right along with them. You can say it again and again until it starts to feel easy. 3. Read a short story or a news article. Reading is a great way to see new words and new sentence structures. Find something simple to read. It could be a very short story for learners, or a short news piece. Read slowly and try to understand what you are reading. If you see a new word, try to guess what it means from the other words in the sentence. If it's a very difficult word and you can't guess, then you can look it up in a dictionary. But don't stop too much. The most important thing is to try to enjoy the reading. Reading helps your brain see new words and learn how sentences are put together. 4. Write one short paragraph in English. You don't need to write a lot of words. Just 3 to 5 sentences is enough. You could write about your day. What did you do today? Or you could write about your plans for tomorrow. What will you do tomorrow? Writing helps you practice your grammar and your vocabulary. It also helps you learn to express your own thoughts and ideas in English. For example, you could write, "Today I went to the park. I saw my friend, and we had some coffee. It was a very sunny day." Writing is a great way to put what you are learning into practice. 5. Talk to yourself out loud. This might sound a little strange, but it's a very helpful thing to do. You can do this when you are at home and nobody else is around. Just speak out loud in English about what you are doing at that moment. For example, you could say, "I'm making breakfast now. I am putting on my shoes. I am going to work." This helps you learn to think in English. It helps you get used to the feeling of speaking out loud. The more you do it, the more comfortable you will feel. So, you do one of these things today. What happens next? Do you suddenly speak English perfectly like a native speaker? No. But something small, but very real, happens. Let's look at what that looks like. The power of small steps. After just one day of practice, you feel good because you did something for yourself. You took a step forward. Maybe you learned one new word, or you understood a short sentence better than before. For example, you listened to someone say, How's it going? And now you remember that this means, how are you? It's a small step, but it is a real step forward. After 1 week of practice, you have now practiced for 7 days in a row. Every day you listened, or you read, or you wrote, or you spoke. Your brain is starting to get used to English. You remember more words, and you don't have to translate every single word in your head anymore. You start to be able to guess the meaning of new words or phrases from the other words in the sentence. Sometimes you are right, and sometimes you are wrong, but that is okay. You are making progress. For example, you see the sentence, I'm heading to the store. And even though you didn't learn the word heading before, you understand from the context that it means, I'm going to the store. This is real progress. After 1 month of practice, your brain is now very used to English. It feels familiar, like a comfortable old friend. You know many more words. You can say things a little bit faster, and you don't need to look at a dictionary all the time. That is real learning. Of course, you might feel shy in the beginning. You might be afraid to make a mistake. But every time you speak a little, or you write a little, you will feel a little bit stronger. You will start to think, I can do this. I am learning. I am not perfect, but I am getting better every day. And that feeling is real confidence. It doesn't come in one day. It grows slowly, just like a plant. But it does grow. Simple tips to stay consistent. Here are some simple ideas to help you stay on track and make your daily practice easy and fun. 1. Use a calendar or a checklist. Get a simple piece of paper or use an app on your phone. Write down the days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. Then, every day, write down what you did. For example, I listened to a podcast, or I read a story, or I shadowed a sentence. When you can see all the days that you practiced, you will feel proud, and you will want to keep going. 2. Set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes we think, I don't have time today. But you almost always have 10 minutes, don't you? Set a timer on your phone for just 10 minutes. Tell yourself, I will practice for just 10 minutes. That's all. When the timer goes off, you can stop. Or maybe you will feel good and want to do more. 3. Pick the same time every day. Try to make English practice a part of your daily routine. Choose a time that works for you. Some people like to practice in the morning with their coffee. Some people practice at night before they go to sleep. Some people do it while they are on the bus or the train. If you do it at the same time each day, it becomes a habit, just like brushing your teeth. 4. Make practice easy and fun. This is a very important point. Choose things that you actually like. Don't force yourself to read things that are boring. If you love cooking, read a recipe in English. If you like to travel, watch a short video about a new city. If you love music, try to sing a song in English. Also, keep all your tools ready. Save a podcast episode, open a short story on your computer, or keep your English notebook right next to your chair. When everything is easy to find, it's much easier to start. So, my friend, remember this: consistency is like planting a tree. You water it a little bit each day. At first, you don't see any big changes. But one day, you look up and you see that it has grown big and strong. You've got this. Just keep going, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. I'm Chris, and this is English for You. Bye for now, see you next time.